Hi friends, welcome back to Frosty Eye Candy. And as usual, I'm going to jump straight in and show you the dried and resined results of the radial swipe, or the circular swipe, whichever one you actually want to call it. But yes, she dried beautifully, and then the resin just really nicely came out quite beautifully. And we can see those fabulous chameleon pigments here. This is pretentious. So if I come out like this, you can see it's a green. Here we go, the green. Then as soon as we get some light on it, there we go. It's a chameleon pigment that changes. There we go, there's a blue. Let me try and keep the light on it. Here's the violet. And if we keep going, it's going to go to this beautiful gold color. So that's pretentious is there. And as you can see, there's a couple of other paints here. So let me run through some colors with you. The first color we're going to put down, well, the first thing we're putting down is the Tricorn Black Pillow by Sherwin-Williams. And then next it's this beauty by TLP, This Little Pigment. And this is one of their SUPs, their stuck-up pigs. And there we go, there's pretentious. Notice that it is fully opaque. But yes, it's this fantastic interference pigment that every color you can see here on the little pot, it does shines through. It's absolutely incredible. So that one's going down first. Then for a tube paint, we've got a pigment tube thing going on. The next one we're putting down is this one. It's the Fluorescent Violet by Liquitex. And this is the semi-opaque acrylic gouache. Then, can you guess which piggy it's going to be? My favorite of all time, yes, of course, Twinkle, there we go. It's this fantastic interference pigment that looks this beautiful kind of violet red one way. And on the other way, it has this beautiful gold, beautiful blue. So that's Twinkle. And then the last tube we're putting down, it's another favorite of ours. It's the Liquitex, the acrylic gouache. This is the semi-opaque fluorescent opera pink. And then the cell activator we're using, it's the Shelly Art recipe, and I'm using the Rust-Oleum Metallics Accents, and this is Goldmine. And for this, because the paint is much thinner than the other paints we traditionally use for our cell activators, we only need to mix this up 2:1. So that's 2 parts Australian Floetrol and 1 part of this paint. And that's the ratio that I use that works really well for me. And as you can see, it comes out rather pretty, but I'm just dying to show you these interference, the chameleon pigments. They're just, the way they change is just pretty fantastic. If you haven't picked any out yet, I highly recommend it. Okay, so that's enough chitty chat and all the waffle. Let's zip it. We'll get the camera pointing down and we'll get on with the video, okay? Okay then, my friends, time for the voiceover part of the video. And the first thing I'd like to ask you is a call to action. If there's anybody watching that hasn't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. When you subscribe to the channel, you can interact on the channel by leaving comments, and you can leave thumbs up. You'll also be able to participate in the live chats of my video premieres as well. So call to action, my friends, please, if you haven't subscribed or you're watching for the first time, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so it's solid and you'll be notified every time I release a new video. So please, my friends, thank you very much. Please subscribe to the channel. So the first thing I should say is this is a 10-inch round, and that's Tricorn Black Pillow from Sherwin-Williams. And the first color I've just put down there is the fantastic chameleon pigments from This Little Piggy. This is one of the stuck-up pigs, and it is called Pretentious. And the color I'm putting down now is the acrylic gouache from Liquitex, and this one is the fluorescent violet. The next color I'm going to put down here, my friends, it's the other favorite of mine, the TLP, This Little Piggy, and this one is called Twinkle. It's the fantastic interference color that gives you a beautiful blue to violet shift, and is just adds so much dimension and interest to your fluid art. It's really fantastic color and earns my place as my favorite. So while we're waiting for the next color, which will be the Liquitex acrylic gouache, and this is the fluorescent opera pink. And the cell activator we're going to be using today, my friends, it's the fluidart cell activator. If you'd like to know what fluidart is, it's an online fluid art and acrylic pouring course, a course that I have taken myself and I highly recommend. I have, we'll put up the web address on the screen right about now. And I also have a 15% discount code, which I urge you to share and use, that I shall put on the screen around about now. So there you go, that's the Petal tool. This is the tool we are using for the circular swipe. I found this to be the most easiest to use and to give pleasing results every single time that I've used it. I've tried to do the circular swipe with different tools and none quite match up to how this Petal tool works. So there you go, there's the Rust-Oleum Gold Mine cell activator. It's a Rust-Oleum and Metallic Accents Gold Mine and Australian Floetrol. As you can see, I just put a thin spreading on my swiping tool. I don't use too much. And there we go. This is the important thing with getting a really good radial or circular swipe. Watch me as I place the point right in the middle and I rotate the canvas 360 degrees first before I gently start pulling the Petal tool out, and it gives us this fantastic, beautiful spiral effect there every time without fail. In we go for a nice close-up at the cells in the middle, forming at double time. I would love to tell you about our Facebook group, the Acrylic Crazy Train. Please search us out on Facebook. We are an acrylic beginners group where beginners can share their group in a safe space without fear of ridicule or mean comments, and just get nothing but support and help from the admins and other amazing artists from all over the world that are just waiting to watch you succeed. So that's the Acrylic Crazy Train. So for anybody watching for the first time, what I'm doing here is called wetting the edges, just getting some of the black pillow, wetting the edges of the canvas so the paint flows to the edge and then down over it onto the silicone mat and contains all the excess paint nicely. So before we go in for the first spin, I'd love to tell you about our live Sunday Acrylic Fluid Art show. Every Sunday at 1 p.m, The Joy of Pouring. That's 1 p.m. PST on the East Coast, on the West Coast of America. That'll be 3 o'clock Central Time, and that'll be 4 p.m. on the East Coast of America. So that's The Joy of Pouring live show every Sunday. Please join me, and you can join in the live chat. That's lots of fun. So once again, please join us every Sunday for The Joy of Pouring. So in we go now for the first spin, and I always leave my spins in real time so you can see how long and how fast I spin for. I let my pieces spin for a little bit longer than most, just to give the excess paint enough chance to make it off the canvas, so we can hopefully get a nice thin layer with 1 or 2 spins at the most. So here we go, going for a nice close-up of the center of the circular swipe. We've got some fabulous lacing there with the Rust-Oleum Gold Mine cell activator. Just really beautiful. So again, just checking for movement before we go in for the second spin. And I'm just going to remind everybody again who hasn't subscribed, please subscribe, my friends. It really helps us very much. When you subscribe, you can like our videos, and when I get more likes the videos receive, the more likely YouTube is to recommend the videos to people that haven't seen them before. So please subscribe and like my videos, friends. So there you go for the second spin, and in we go for a nice close-up of this piece now. We've got a fantastic fade of the beautiful semi-opaque colours, and then that glorious pretentious at the bottom that's serving us an emerald green at the moment. But there we go, my friends, thank you so much. She came out very pretty indeed. She is also available, so if you're interested, please send me a direct message. Thank you for joining me. Please watch more videos on the lower left, subscribe on the lower right, and happy pouring.